Hello, welcome to class. This is JD. Let's talk about composition. Okay, the first thing that I'm going to show you here is the composition layout cheat sheet that you can find in that blogspot by an artist called Nick. Just going to give you some brief explanation about what this is, how to use it, and then some other examples. For starters, composition refers to the way we place the elements in our art. Maybe we have a canvas, maybe we have a piece of paper, maybe we have a scene. Okay, how are we going to place everything? Well, that's what composition is about. Okay? We have different layouts. Here you have 7. There are over 100 options, so there is a lot. Let's talk about the first one you see over there. Thirds, the rule of thirds. This one over here. It's actually one of the most common. And the objective of this layout is to divide your area in 3, okay, horizontally and vertically, like this. Okay, 2 lines over here, 2 lines over here. Okay, and if your area is vertical, same process apply. So no problems here. You can divide it in 3 either way. If it is a square, also divide it into 3. Okay. Now, the idea of this is not, and I repeat, it is not to place the object or the element in the middle. No. The idea of this layout is to find an appropriate position for our element. And that appropriate position could be any of these 4 points where our lines cross. Okay, so that is how we implement the rule of thirds. That's why you can see sometimes somebody takes a picture and the main element is not exact in the middle, it's actually to a side, and it looks good because that is the rule of thirds. Okay, another example will be circular. You can think of circular layout where you have different elements and they have a kind of a circular shape, or they give a circular border or contour. Okay, and as you get closer to the center, there's where you're going to put your element, close to the center. Okay, but everything is guiding the eyes. Circular and radial are very similar in that way. Example of radial, and it's actually very useful and very common as well, is that you have some kind of effect, some kind of design, some kind of line, something that points in a specific direction. And when they all meet, that point where they all meet, that's where you're going to place your main element. Let me show you some examples. We have this movie here. Notice that this movie is Jurassic World. Okay, and notice this is actually being applied to a film. 2 things we're going to be interested in: the face of the character. You might think, oh, the character is in the middle. No, it's not. It's actually being, the rule of thirds. The rule of thirds is being applied here. Okay, and notice here we have the face, and on the other point we have the hand of the actor. Okay, let's go for one more example of composition here. Radial. Now here everything's in the center. But notice how everything is actually pointing in the center. And you can see that, for example, on the floor. You see, these lines are pointing in that direction. The roof is also pointing in that direction. The kid here is also pointing in that direction. So you have different elements, but they are all somehow pointing in the same position. And that position where they all meet, that's where you're going to place your main element. So in here is the 2 curls at the bottom, what is important, not the curl at the front. Okay, and obviously it doesn't have to be in the middle. You can actually change your composition and have everything pointing, let's say, somewhere around here. Okay, or maybe somewhere around here. And if you have your elements well placed, well positioned, all of them are going to point into what you actually want the viewer to see first. And that's what composition is for, to guide the eyes of the viewer to what we want them to see first. Okay, this is our lesson on composition. I hope it is useful, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.